everyone, in this video I am going to be talking about my 2019 planner and journal plans and the systems that I'm going to be using this year. And not much has changed from 2018, but I just kind of wanted to chat a little bit about what I'm doing, what my plans are, what I wanted to do, what I'm now doing, and all that jazz. So these aren't really new. I want to talk about what I do have that is new this year, which is this A5 monthly journal, I guess. I got it in one of my stationery selection kits last year. I think it was September. I don't remember. And I really loved it, and I didn't want it to go to waste, but I really had no idea what I was going to do with it. And I'm going to show you what I've started doing with it. It's going to change probably from month to month, but I want to share anyway what I'm going to do. So I've just got these Stylogy stickers that I also got from the stationery selection kit a while ago. I just want to make sure I'm staying in frame. So it's the 2019 dated monthly. It says story of 2019. You've got 2019 and 2020 in here, which is great for if you want to look at the dates for the next year and the coming months. So here are my December layout. I just kind of quickly wrote down what we did every day, nothing spectacular, and then I decorated it with some Tim Holtz ephemera. And I pre-decorated this layout in one of my, the unboxing that this journal or planner kind of came in, and I've just kind of elaborated on what I'm doing with it. So I'm writing down appointments on this side, and then I've got a key down here to notate when the boys don't have to be in school, which I've marked, and then when I'm sending mail and when my appointments are, so I don't have to write it in these boxes because these boxes are kind of small. So you can see I've marked my 3 appointments so far in the month of January, and then I sent mail on the 2nd and 3rd, and I believe I did on the 4th as well. And this layout will probably change for the coming months. I'm just running with the idea that I did when I filmed the unboxing and like the decoration of this. So this idea will probably change throughout the months. I really love this layout. I love that there is so much space to kind of play with and that you can still write a decent amount in these boxes. And I love that it's clean, it's simple, and it's working. So I'm going to flip to the back here. In the back of this journal, you can see there's quite a bit of blank pages. And what I went ahead and did is right here in the 2019 Travelers Company stickers, they have these monthly tabs, and I got quite a few questions about them in one of my last videos from my 2018 journals. And I didn't realize that everybody would be so interested in these tiny little tabs, but that's where they came from. The 2019 stickers, they come in every month, or every year, I mean. Anyway, moving on. What I'm doing for these blank pages, originally what I wanted to do was use them as my actual archived planner. And I'll explain what I mean by that in a little bit. But there isn't enough pages in here to get a full year's worth, and I knew I would have an issue with that. I knew that just skipping a couple weeks would be a problem for me, even if I had nothing going on. Just the fact that that week was completely undocumented would bother me. And so what I decided to do instead is I divided the pages up into 12 months. And I think I get 3 pages per month, or 3 layouts per month. And so what I'm doing is I'm documenting my incoming and outgoing mail, which is really important for me. At the end of the year, I realized that I had completely lost track of my mail. And there were people waiting for letters that hadn't gotten them. They had gotten lost, and it was a mess. So I need to keep track. I'm just terrible at keeping track of this type of stuff. So, and then I've got 2 months to kind of, or 2 layouts to play with for other things that I kind of want to document throughout the month. I haven't decided really what I want to do. I don't really feel like I want to do a bullet journal in here. I feel like that's just really not my style. Way too much work. I don't have time for that. I'm going to be straight up and honest. I do not have the time for that. Just doing like the bare minimum of what I'm doing to maintain my sanity and to keep track of my life is already too much work for me right now, but I'm doing it and I'm going to try to stay doing it throughout the year. I might document purchases or trips or things about the baby. I just don't know. Highlights throughout the month. I haven't gotten there yet. We'll figure it out. I've divided the pages up though so that I can use them if I need to. I probably will document my social media and my YouTube thing in here. So I don't know if I'm going to do that in the monthly part or if I'll do it back here, but we'll figure that out. The month has just begun. All right, so we're going to move on to my traveler's notebooks. So one, I've got my personal journal in, and one is my archived planner. Now, because I just mentioned my archived planner, I want to kind of talk to you about what I mean by that. And I still want to make sure I'm in frame here. What I mean by that is I have a terrible memory. You've followed me, you know this. I say this in almost every single one of my videos. So I use these dated yearly, weekly inserts from the Traveler's Company to notate quickly at a glance what I've done. And I'm just going to show you my layout for last week. I quickly write down what we've done and any highlights that I kind of feel like I need to remember, or just something about the day. And I make it pretty in my own special way, and it's a relaxing thing for me, but it also has a purpose. I cannot tell you how many times I've had to go back in these journals and look and see when we did something, whether it was for the house or if it was something for the boys or whatever, what have you. It has come in handy so many times because I just don't keep memories. I just can't keep it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm not taking, maybe I just need to start taking more ginkgo biloba. I don't know. Anyway, so that's what this is for. And I'm going to show you a little bit more in depth of how I do this. So this is what I call my dirty planner. I didn't spend more than $10 on this. It's something that I found at a secondhand shop here, and it's beautiful. It's got mermaids throughout, which I love mermaids. If you know anything about me, mermaids are my jam. I have a giant tattoo of a mermaid on my back. And so what I'm doing, I don't know why I'm flipping through all this. What I am doing with this is my dirty planner. This is where I go through and I write throughout the week what we're doing. And I don't make it pretty. I grab the nearest pen that I can find. You can see there's dinner on this where I was eating my dinner on top of it. I'm trying to get a pen to freaking work. I've spilled something here. There's nothing about this. This is pretty. This is why I call it my dirty planner. I don't make this pretty. I test my pens on it and I just write down incoming mail, what I did, that we sold our old dishwasher, what we, that I went to 2 antique malls but didn't find anything. We put away our Christmas. I had a sick baby. And a lot of this stuff doesn't make it into this, and that's fine. That's not what this is about. This is about me keeping track of my life, what I did, so if I want to come back and write about it, journal about it, or whatever, it's here. I can refer back to it, and I don't have to worry about making anything pretty. I just don't have to. And it works for me. I've done it 3 years in a row. I've picked up the super cheap planners, and this is working. I like that this is spiral bound and I can keep it open on my coffee table if I need to. I've got a pen that can easily clip right in here so I don't have to worry about losing it. And I can write down, forward planning stuff where I've got doctor's appointments. I need to write in that I'm, being, active and aware of my life. And then at the end of the week, I come in and I make this pretty and I write down the highlights that I feel like I need to remember, and that's that. So that is the kind of my archived planner, if you want to call it a planner. This is my personal journal. So I've just got my last year's Ace Hotel camel edition in here. I've got my Galen leather insert. I was using this for as a wallet for a long time, so I've got some stuff in here still. But I love this. I love the insert so much. I felt like I had to put it in here because it just fits so nicely in there, and this pen loop sticks out really nice so I can put a pen in there and not lose it. And then I've just got an insert in here ready for my personal journaling, and this is where I do my pretty writing, where I go in more depth about what we did, my feelings, making paper pretty, and all that jazz. I personally wanted to do A5 this year in both journals, in these both, but I could not find an A5 layout exactly like this, how I wanted the week on this side and then open space on this side. And then I was talking to one of my girlfriends about it, and she decided to get the 2019 inserts for Christmas for me, which was so sweet. And then I found out the day that she had gotten me these that Muji actually sells an A5 size and with a layout like this. It's dated. I don't have a Muji anywhere near me. I can't get that type of thing. I can't buy it online unless I want to pay double the price, which I don't want to do. So I'm sticking with a standard size this year, and because my friend, gave me the inserts for Christmas, which was really sweet, I decided to just do my personal journaling in that size as well. Plus I've got all these traveler's notebooks that I just need to love on. My blue didn't get loved on very much, and my camel, you can tell they're still very like felty and suede-y. So I'm gonna love on these this year and try to get them loved on a little bit. So yeah, that's what I'm doing with those. And I want to quickly add on to this. I printed this off from Hank's Diary. He does the Hours brand of like paper and stamps and stuff. But typically every month he does these beautiful printouts of daily stickers. I use them every month that he did last year. And then he did one for January for this year. So I don't think I have my old journals here. I've already packed them away, but I just fussy cut them out, and then I just use them in my personal journal, and then just kind of like date the page along with the decoration. And I like how simple these are. They're functional. They're great for the new year. I don't use every single one. Because I don't journal every single day. I just journal the highlights or whatever I feel is important that needs to be written down. So I just wanted to let you guys know about that. I love these printable date stickers, but this is from Hank's Diary for the week of January. So that is just a super quick synopsis of what I am doing for my journaling this year. These are going to stay in my office, which is why they don't get loved on very much. And then these stay in my living room. As you can see, they're just filthy already. So that I can quickly write down anything I need to write down. I can quickly write down the mail in here. I can quickly jot down, if I went to the store or if something happened, I can quickly write it in here. And another thing that, let me grab it. Another thing that I did last year that I will continue to do this year but won't document because I'm not doing it pretty. This is not the Ace Hotel for 2019. This is just the new release of the not Pan Am Blue, the blue edition. I'm still journaling Cullen's life on a weekly basis. I stopped decorating it, obviously. Couldn't keep up with that, but I'm still kind of writing the things, important things down on a weekly basis. I haven't done it for the end of the year. But yeah, I probably won't continue to share that just because it's not pretty anymore, and it's the same thing every week and every month, so there's no point in really sharing it over and over. But I will be doing that as well, and I will be doing it again when baby number 4 arrives in April or May. So yeah, I hope that this was kind of informative and not very boring. It's not a very super fun. I'm not doing any kind of Hobonichis or any kind of challenges. I'm not getting into watercolor unless I want to do that in my personal journal. I'm just trying to stick to the basics and make these pretty because that's relaxing for me and I like that, but I also want to be realistic about my situation and not put the pressure on myself like I did last year. I went through a deep depression September, October, and into November of last year, and it took a long time for me to get out of it. I just woke up one day and I was out of it. I didn't have to like medicate or therapy or anything. It was just one of those life situations that I just kind of had to wake up and realize wasn't going to change. And so I just fell off the wagon with all of my document keeping at the end of the year last year, or in the autumn of last year. So being able to just have something simple like this that I can still keep track of my life, and then at the end of the week or the end of the month come in and make things pretty and get that kind of therapy session of, you know, making things pretty is really important to me. I'm sorry that I don't have some great story about my life and my decorating and all that stuff, but I've got a lot going on and I own it and I accept it and I'm okay with that. And so yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was fun and informational. I don't think it was very inspiring because I didn't show anything new or exciting or fun, but I hope that I can share these monthly flip throughs with you like I did last year, and you can get some inspiration from the pretty pages that I make, and that you can kind of take a page from my book and give yourself permission to do the dirty planning and use a dirty planner to write down the things you do throughout the week, and then when you have time, come in and do the pretty stuff, because I gave myself the permission to do that 3 years ago and it has worked and I love it. And I don't feel the need to have to come in every single night and write and play and then lose track and then have the pressure. So yeah, I hope that part at least was helpful. If you have any questions, just leave them down below. I would be happy to answer them. If you are not a subscriber, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and yeah, like the video if you thought it was fun. Until next time, guys, thanks for hanging out. Bye!